Hello YouTube, ZiggyNo back with an update on a series I started over the summer on sports card selling, evaluating several different selling platforms. I wanted to kind of give you a quick update on where we are. No means is this the end of the series or the evaluation, but there are some important points I want to bring to everybody's attention. And let me just say this. I've always said this, selling sports cards is definitely the hardest part of this game, right? If you're a collector or an investor, buying is fun, it's easy, but selling, man, there's more challenges than people realize. Let's jump in. So first of all, I started this series back in June 16th. If you want to check that out, I'll drop the link below. A lot has happened. There have been some updates since then, but I want to get into kind of where we are today. First, I want to start with COMC. I submitted two recent submissions to this account. This is my primary account. I have another account for one of my other sons. I'm pointing out that 310 was sent on 428 and 430 sent on 6. And I understand, things are slow, but 428 for 310 cards, you'll see that according to them, again, that's 428 or 4 April 8th, I sent those. Now they're planning to process those 310 cards, I don't know, somewhere down here. They've already started processing this other batch. Now, I only bring this up, I understand they're behind and busy, but my first comment is, guys, I saw that you gave a discount for your delay to my buddy there, Comeback Card Investor. Where's my discount? Why am I getting hit by full fees when you're clearly 6 months after 6 to 5 months after I process these things? That kind of irks me. And do I have to call and complain that I just feel like I'm taken advantage of? Next thing I'm going to show you real quickly. Now, again, I'm not going to say this happens all the time. It's happened very seldom, but this is the first time I've seen it this bad. Now, again, they haven't processed anything for me in months. Here's my first order of processed cards. Alan, who the hell is this guy? I have no idea who that guy is. Well, let's look. Well, hell, that's not that guy. That's Eli. That's not even the right card. None of these cards are the right players. This isn't Angus. This is Moritz. None of these cards. Eric Pascal. That's not Eric Pascal. That's 8, and I can tell from this is Bridges. Right? None of these. Klay Thompson. That's not Klay Thompson. Joel Embiid. Nope, that's not Joel Embiid. What the heck happened here, guys? It's like you got the team right. This just terrifies me. And, let me say this, okay? Let me at least applaud CMOC because they do put this in your portfolio and then you have to go in here and you can check it. And if it's wrong, right, you can hit the action button, I think there's an action button, request a correction. So I can request a correction. I'm going to have to request it for every one of these darn cards that I've waited a long time. Looks like this one was done properly, maybe. That one looks okay. But again, I got to go through all these cards and check them all. Okay, so I only bring that to your attention because it's kind of irking, right? It took forever to process. I get no discount, and half my cards aren't even in properly. Now, I will say again, they have a process. They're a mature platform to kind of handle this. I've also been using CMOC for a long time, guys, right? I got over $15,000 in sales. That's a lifetime with these guys. So what would you say, pot committed, right? I got an offer right here. Let me go to the next one, StarStock. So StarStock, I'll tell you, I've done a lot of videos of StarStock, and you can see they've all been very positive. Personally, I've had great experience with StarStock. My biggest complaints with StarStock have been little things about the system. I'll go in a few in a moment, but I have not had any concerning issues. That's why I have 2,500 cards in here. Now, I want to point out, 2,500 is a lot of cards. If I had to try to get those cards out, it would cost me over $1,000 is what I was told to get those cards out. That is kind of concerning to me. Now, I will be honest, I never intended to. I intended to send these cards there and upgrade them to get better cards and pull down a few good cards, some StarStock A's, upgrade my account. So, but it's something to think about. The other thing to think about is I've heard a lot of people complaining about when cards are put in their system, they're put in wrong. Now, let me go here, and I want to point out something real quickly. Graded, all graded. And I think I have one example of a potential mistake in my account. Here it is, Tyler Boyd. I never had and don't ever recall having a BGS 7.5. I might have had a BGS 9.5 or maybe a 9, but I've never submitted a BGS 7.5. And that showed up in my account a while back, and I thought it was just a mistake. And I don't know how to contact them to correct it, really. I think I even listed it, right? Did I have it listed? Yeah, I do. I listed it. See, I don't know. So I didn't try to correct it. I just left it as is. But it's made me think to myself, are there other mistakes? And then I've seen posts on some videos about people having problems with StarStock inventory not being processed properly. So again, for me, I've had nothing but positive comments. I've had one potential error right here that I can find. And I did mention in a video, I think they should have an ability to, like CMOC has, to basically say, request a correction, right? I think that's something to do, something to be good to have. But it's also made me realize when I submitted my 2,500 cards, I just went through the cards, filled the boxes, and sent them. I sent them in probably 6 or 7 submissions. It wasn't like I did one bulk submission. Another thing I'll mention, in my first video, when I did my first submission, one thing I did to say is that I was concerned that you just fill out the form and then you send the cards in a box. Like what ties the box to the form? So I print out copies of my form and put that in the boxes that I send. Now, it doesn't give a lot of information, but it has my name on there, my card count, and that stuff in each box that I send to StarStock. And I'm definitely going to start thinking about maybe using a spreadsheet. I know one of the other guys said he's using a spreadsheet, but I'll say the reason I don't do spreadsheets, I don't want to manually load 2,500 names of sports cards into a spreadsheet. That's kind of why I'm using it. But this is something I wanted to bring to your attention. Both platforms have issues with submissions and processing, right? I will say again, I'm going to give CMOC an F right here on the time it took to process this. Then you process it incorrectly, and you're charging me full price for it. That irks me. I'm going to have to follow up and make a complaint. And then StarStock's behalf, again, I have had no issues, but I'm concerned because since they don't put the cards in kind of like this inventory manager for you to look through them, this might be something they should do. You have this chance of cards being mislabeled and dumped in, and then how do you get them corrected quickly? Now, again, for me, I've had nothing but positive responses from StarStock support, but again, they're gonna come under a bottleneck as we go here. My only negative thing I can say about StarStock recently is the volume of sales is down. That's it, and that could be for a lot of reasons. I think a lot of platforms are lower volume on selling. So I'm still very optimistic. And hey, let me be honest. I just told you I have 2,500 cards that most likely I'm not taking out, right? So I clearly have a vested interest now in StarStock and seeing it be successful. So. And that's not vested in the sense I don't work for the company. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. But I'm balls deep, pot committed. Okay, last one I want to give you a quick update on is Investacard. Now, let me first say that I think Investacard has a great plan, but terrible execution. First thing is, I don't know where all my cards went. And what I mean by that is, I swear to God, I sent them more than just one Prism rookie. I thought I sent them like 9 Prism rookies. In my video I did, I sent them 9 Prism rookies, and every other platform the same 9 Prism rookies. And the only Prism rookie that showed up in this was this Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, which graded a freaking 9 on SGC. I mean, that's brutal. That's brutal, right? Oh, and it sold for $37, which I got $14 from. So a few feedback. I don't, after looking at the submissions for CMOC and submissions of StarStock and submissions of Investacard, I'm thinking to myself, did I get all my cards? Like, I don't know. I feel this, again, for me, I'm most confident about StarStock. Every card I think I have, I search and they seem to be there. Investacard, I don't know what you guys did. And I can't complain. What am I going to say? Hey, were the cards I shipped you? You don't have them? I don't know what to say. Also, it took forever for them to grade it, which isn't their fault, but it's SGC. And then the other thing that kind of bothers me is that I got this list of the cards when they graded. I thought I was gonna talk to my investment dude about what the plan is. Like, should we hold on these Tatums until the new year? Should we put these baseball cards out here? He just sold them all, right? So like, this is a Tatum to 25. It sold for $40. This is a Tatum to 275. Here's another short print Tatum. And this was a 10. This is a Contenders second year Tatum, a 10, and I think it sold for like, it sold for $47. So, and my cuts 18. So there was just no communication from the time the cards were processed to the time they sold. I did get a check or a PayPal for 139.68, so that was smooth. But overall, not happy. I mean, I'm not going to tell you bad things about Investacard. I think a lot of it has to do with their business model. I think their intent is in the right place, and I do think there's a possibility in the future when grading gets to be faster, do something like this. In fact, I have an idea for how you would do this, but I'm definitely not going to share it right now. Again, I'm just disappointed. I'd like your thoughts. People have asked me about Investacard, what happened with them. This is what happened. I mean, I basically sent them cards. This is what they graded. This is what sold. This is what I made. And I know I sent them more than that one Prism rookie. So lastly, I'll just say my Slabs. I can't comment much on my Slabs because I really haven't used it much. I'm very optimistic of it. Things I've heard from my friends who are using it, they're very strict on their selling and buying policies, which I think is actually good in the sense they're protecting both the seller and the buyer. Only 1% fees. I heard a case of somebody who bought something on this and they were upset about it because the price dipped and they tried to charge back. And I believe that chargeback was denied, and my Slabs protected the seller. And I commend them for that. The buyer who did this is actually someone who I know, and I'm not going to say their name, but they should be ashamed because they're also somebody who's got some visibility in the hobby, and for them to be trying to charge back is kind of shady. I'll leave it at that. I have another friend who had his account suspended just because some of his pictures weren't proper, but that was resolved pretty quickly. But he was able to sell on this really quickly as a platform. So I am very optimistic about my Slabs. My only feedback to you guys is creating the submission, your submission wizard template, whatever, is a pain in the ass. It's harder than like for an eBay. I can use my phone on eBay, take some pictures from eBay. Boom, I got my submission done in minutes. Yours is tougher. I wish it was different. I hope it gets better. But again, I have to say positive things about my Slabs. If you're not using my Slabs, you really should look at it. And it's really a great place for buying because you can go to these cards, and yeah, the prices might appear high, but it's because they're really looking for any market movement protection. But you can make an offer. If you see a card on eBay for $950, make an offer for $950. Make an offer for $900. He might take it because it's under eBay comps, and he's only paying 1% for selling. I know stuff that I would sell on here. That's what I would do. So and buy. Anyway, lastly, eBay. There's nothing to say about eBay. eBay's eBay. It works. You pay a lot of fees, but it works. Have a great day, guys. I hope this video was helpful to you. Sports card selling series. There will be more in the future. I don't think there'll be more with Investacard. I'll definitely continue to give you updates on the other. Probably my Slabs next. And I'm going to say, right now, just until COMC and StarStock, get things kind of caught up, I might just give them some time off and chill. Hey, I understand, guys. It's growth. You're growing rapidly. You're processing cards. It's tedious work. Mistakes happen. So hang in there. Hope everything's better.